What's up, y'all? Yeah, this is Views Podcast. It's been a long time coming, bro. Yeah, we start with that. It's been a long time coming. The reason why you haven't been hearing from us is because we've been looking for a co-host. And Charlie, today, yeah, we find some. It goes by the name Jeffrey Brocke.
JJ Brocke.
But I like to call him Jay. Yo, Jay, what's up? Say hi to the people, man.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man.
What's up?
That be all.
Yeah. So make I talk welcome. Or I be welcome to the channel, basically.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to the fans as well, man.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Or the subscribers. We have only chat, we need to build that shit.
Oh yeah, it go happen. I'll be a co-host come, so then
Yeah.
we go pick up.
Plus us, you be the ladies, man.
Yeah, you know that what did they talk. Oh, you go see what's up.
Charlie, so what's on the bill? What are we talking about today? Social issues, isn't it?
Social
issues.
Okay.
Well, this week has been big on indiscipline, right? But we don't want to get too serious today.
Well, indiscipline for what? The road top?
Yeah, the road top. You've been listening to CT as well, right?
Yeah. If it's the road top, then me I get problems.
You get more problems.
I get plenty talk.
What's on your mind, bro?
Because it bomb you. I'm not gonna lie. Because looking at where I came from, and
where did you come from? You have to let these guys know where you're coming
from.
All right,
come. All right, so.
Who are you, Jeffrey Brocke? Jay, yo, what's up? Who are you?
So I'll be JJ Brocke.
Okay.
Well, obviously, I've been in this country for too long. Born, bred, buttered in this country.
My man.
But I go UK for masters, and I think I was there for too long.
Too long as well.
Too long. It was like over a year. But obviously, what you see is so many differences from the UK and Ghana. If you can't Ghana from the UK, if you drive, you use bus safe, you use train safe. Obviously, you see what they go on for there.
Yeah.
So when you come back, you start driving, you go figure. I mean, you're thinking that everything could be cool like the way everything did for that side.
Yeah. But Charlie, 1 year pay job for there. People didn't
see. 1 year be something, no. 1 year be something because if you go vacation self down there, you don't say you go in the camp. So you don't bother yourself with what they happen for there. You just walk through, do your vacation, you buy your shada, you go there £1 shop, then you buy your shada, then you come back. But if you go there for over a year, you watch the system inside. You watch how things go. If you come back to it, you say, Charlie, nothing they happen for here. You see nothing's happening here, then that's a problem. So you always want to see how things can progress. But if you start driving on the roads in Ghana,
I mean, Ghana driving, they call it defensive driving. I think I was listening to the radio one time and they were talking about it's moved from defensive driving to driving science or science driving or whatever. Like driving is now a science. But one experience I had, I was going to work one time, Charlie. I left house, everything was okay. I got to a junction, not even a busy junction, it's just a normal junction. I was ready to negotiate a left. There was this lady. I mean, she was chilled, like nothing was happening.
Yeah.
She knew what was going on. So I had the right of way, so I just had to negotiate the left. And all of a sudden, in her bright mind, she decided when just I was negotiating.
About to take the 10, yeah.
She decided to come. Charlie.
Life is not that hard. Then she did chill.
So I'm like, yo, what the hell are you doing, man? So I reached my like, going. She was like, oh, sorry. I was like, come on, man. It's early morning, it's not even 8 yet. You don't want us to go to work. What are you doing?
Charlie.
What?
Maybe she wasn't going to work.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
Maybe she was trying to get home from a very good night out. You may
have a point. You may have a point.
Be asked.
You may have a point, but I mean, if you don't want to get home, most of us want to go, to work and
To
get home
yeah.
back to family. You can't just do that. What's your problem? That we want to get back to family. You see, this whole world is about family, right? If you get the family setting right, chances are your nation will be right as well.
That's all.
It's because we don't value life, value our families. That is why we behave the way we behave. I stand to be corrected, but that's what I believe.
It is though. True talk.
Because Charlie Ghana, yeah, I was saying this, yeah. You see, in Ghana, a trotro driver or any driver for that matter, driving a bunch of people in the back, we'll do 'em. A bunch of people in the back. That same driver, and also driving a car full of eggs. Which one I figure say he will drive, with
More
more,
cautious,
yeah.
Obviously, what the one plus the eggs.
You see, so that tells you that the Ghanaian life is worth less than
Nah, they go do chibo for us.
I mean, look, it's all fun and games. We are
Charlie-
laughing, but it's serious.
It's probably the wedge job.
It's
That's
very
better for do
serious.
chibo.
People will drive recklessly with human beings with blood red
Yeah.
running through their veins. They will drive recklessly and they'll give less.
I mean, it's funny because I mean, I remember when my sister started driving.
Let me get the video on. Talk.
I remember when my sister started driving. My older sister. I remember when she started driving. But the thing is, she's a female. She's a lady, and you expect ladies to drive with more decorum or more, more poise. If for the lack of better words. But then, but the thing is, the first thing they tell you is, yo, I said we're near thing. You Bob, because it not be you pay the drive. You're not the only person on the road. You're driving truck drivers, taxi drivers, people who are in a hurry to get to work or to get home. So it's all near thing. So like everyone on the street is driving as recklessly as possible because they're trying to get home. Me say sometimes. Nah. He said sometimes if they go out, then it was like probably like 12 midnight.
Mm.
I got a call from my dad. It was like the question he asked us. So can house. Obviously he didn't say for talk for pigeon inside, but he was like, so can house. Then mommy called like 5 minutes later. Hey, so where you there? So all this pressure. The first thing that come to my mind thought be saying,
You have to speed.
speed up and get home.
Mm.
But all these things, contribute to reckless driving, and
But not necessarily. If somebody is expecting you home, it doesn't mean you have to. I mean, I've done it before. I'm not saying that, Charlie, I'm holier than thou, but Charlie, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is our nation, and we need to. No, you're not in. Our producer doesn't want to be in the cut. Yeah. Is it recording now? Okay. Cool. On and for him. Maybe if you want to say something, just on and for him. If you want to say something,
can be on the sidelines.
this is a pilot. If we finish and it's great, we'll put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were we?
Yeah,
But can you imagine that a truck full of eggs is much more valuable than the Ghanaian life?
It's a relationship.
Well, like I said, it depends.
Relationship between the driver and the eggs.
Exactly. It depends what they're going to do the eggs. if 100 people are waiting for you
Driver
to
plus
bring the eggs home.
equals to bunny. Human beings, driver. Masa.
Yeah.
There's no relationship there.
But is that how it's supposed to be? There's relationship, because if you have a bunch of people in your car, they are paying you, right? They are paying you to take them from one destination to the
Yeah.
other.
But
Also,
comparatively, how much would this person get?
I don't know, but
They put a price, the price is not the human life. It's the benefits they are going to get from it.
Yeah.
So the higher the benefits, the more cautious they are about achieving that thing that they need to do to gain the benefit.
I mean, I get it, but still, bro.
Listen, the thing is, if the truck drivers don't even care about their lives, they're not going to care about the people sitting in the car. Do you get me? I mean, they're the ones who are driving. They know they're driving recklessly. But I don't think they even care. I think they're just trying to get from point A to point B.
You see, way before money came in, way before a car came in, we all used to pick trotro, right?
100%.
Yeah. And I remember I used to commute from Tema to Accra to get to work, and every time I try to get to, like, I wake up in the mornings and I go to Tema Community One. I remember I used to check the tires of the car I'm about to board before I get on.
Oh, you mean the truck?
The trotro, yeah.
Hey, big guy.
Yeah, I
I've done
remember.
this one before.
I remember I used to do that. But I got to a point like, yo, Charlie, I'm gonna make late too. I just have to, jump on these ones. Just go, man.
You tell mechanic.
Charlie. So now my safety from after a while, my safety was just like, Charlie, go. You think you go? Charlie, F the tires, man. But it's serious because they don't even check their tires, the markings,
Charlie.
nothing. Like, and somebody was telling me a story where somebody was telling me the story where they were moving from, I think, Circle to Dansuman. Okay, I think it was on City as well. Moving from Circle to Dansuman, where no, I think Tema Station to Dansuman. She got in the car. She was sitting in the front seat, and then the guy came, started the car. But the way the guy moved, she knew, Charlie, nah, this is not the driver.
Yeah.
Going forward,
I've probably heard this one before.
you heard it, eh? Yeah, but and then moving on, Charlie, give me some of that whiskey, man. Moving on, the guy realized, the lady realized that the thing that was a mate, and then she complained, but the passengers were cool about it till he made another major mistake, and then they decided to all talk about it. Only to realize the mate, the one who was actually playing the mate, was the driver, and then the real mate, was the one driving. It was like, come on, man. We play too much in this country, man. We don't care about human lives, and that translates to a whole lot of stuff. Yo, Chinese your whiskey plenty, yo. It translates into a whole lot of things. It translates into healthcare. It translates into
I mean,
everything that we do, even employment, even companies and our remunerations and everything. Like, people don't really care about the human life, how they survive and stuff. Because especially on city, they say, like, if you go to Kolebu, or even in our daily lives, you go to Kolebu, the thing is, you are dead. They don't expect you back. If something happens to you and they say they've referred you to Kolebu, nobody expects you
to come back. It's like you just go die. So
yeah, man. Like, that's how messed up the game is.
Final sentence.
It's true. That's how messed up the game, and that is supposed to be the most prominent hotel. I was about to say hotel. Prominent hospital in Ghana, but when you are referred to that place, it's like a death sentence. You're not coming back. That is how much we value life in Ghana, and it's amazing. The Ghanaian life is worth shits, man. It's worth shits.
We just hope for afterlife. Or something.
I mean, if we're teachers, I would agree with you, because they say the reward of the teacher is in heaven. But I'm not a teacher, man. I'm trying to live.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, because a certain guy mentioned to me, he's Nigerian. I don't know if he mentioned this to me because he's Nigerian or he just said it, but he said depending on how you live your life now.
Mm.
Like say maybe if an arm robber
Mm.
and you die now,
Yeah.
you're going to your next life. Are probably going to end up in somewhere in Africa. Not just Africa, but like like Rwanda. Like
Yo, Rwanda is a
They-
shit, man.
they under there. You understand?
Yeah,
As
but
punishment.
Rwanda is no longer the Rwanda we used
No,
to
it's,
know.
it's I mean it's not bad now, but I'm
Yeah.
just talking about like Rwanda like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
10 years back. But if maybe like in a good church, you go to church, you're very pious, everything. When you die, you're probably going to end up in US,
But
US, London,
Charlie,
where
Charlie,
everything
Charlie.
is cool.
that,
It's not bad. It's
that,
cool.
That is where my spider sense is coming. The guy is racist. The guy who said that is racist. He's racist against his own people. How can you say that if you live a good life, you end up in a white man's country, but if you live a bad life, you end up in Africa?
You listen, let's call a spade a spade. Number of people who are trying to leave this country in search of greener pastures to like other places. So many.
Yo, guy, I know. Myself, I joined the
There's
visa
so-
line. I know.
So many.
I know, but Charlie, if you have that mentality, then how are we going to go? Because Jay, look, on a more serious note, this thing has been said before. I'm just reiterating. If we move all the white people to Africa, and we move all the black people to the Western world, Charlie, we still go court visa come.
What they're trying to say, Charlie.
We still will court visa come. We will still come back.
So the problem is the foundation.
It's the mindset. It's the mindset, and the brainwashing is part of it. Thinking that if you live a good life, you could. You see, it's all about enforcement.
Yeah.
In Ghana and other parts of Africa, enforcement, Charlie, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
And a system is only as good as the people who use it and enforce it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. So if you put a system in place and you don't, it's not user friendly. One, and two, there is no law enforcement or no enforcement. It's not going to work, and that is what we are currently facing.
Oh, true talk.
Because some of the things that they put in place, I'm trying to come up with an example of some of, but for law enforcement, Charlie, I don't even have to.
Number of times and stop me.
it's
And I
it's-
knew this one day I'd go jail, but 10 cities go save you. 20
which
cedis.
shouldn't be the case, right?
No.
It shouldn't be the
No.
case. You have to be in trouble so that next time
But
you
listen,
don't
listen.
repeat it.
If it's good to clear you from a criminal record, Charlie, why not?
Which kind of criminal record? Everybody, it's
know,
just
say-
driving. It's not really criminal.
recently, I actually had to go in to get
Can you get us a phone, producer? Get us a phone.
recently I actually had to go in to get a police report
Yeah.
for a certificate I was looking for somewhere.
Uh huh.
A certificate I was looking for somewhere, and what happened was I needed to get a police report.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
Imagine if the police stopped me for like maybe speeding.
Yeah.
That would have been a different issue. I'll probably not get my certificate,
Mhm.
and I'll probably end up somewhere else. The story is going to change.
I
regardless.
don't really think so, because you see, the fact that you've been arrested doesn't mean that you have a criminal record. It's two different things.
Mm.
If you are prosecuted and you're actually jailed, then you have a criminal record. But if you are just arrested and you are cautioned, maybe given a ticket, you pay. That's not having a criminal record. Everybody gets pulled over all the time once in a while because you're acting an idiot. It's okay.
So make us speed.
And I'm not saying that, but you know what I mean. But that doesn't make you,
I
a
will
criminal.
keep speeding.
I'm saying the law enforcement should make sure if somebody does something wrong,
Yeah.
they hold them accountable so
Correct.
that next time they don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Me inclusive. I mean, I drove a car for 3 years with no roadworthy,
Jokes.
no insurance, I'm not proud, but
That's
you know
a
what I'm
that's a
saying?
dream.
I'm not proud,
It's to
but
buy a car and just drive it.
I did it, and I'm not proud about it
Wow.
now. But
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, I thought I was the
Last killer.
you know what? But it's not worth it. I endangered my life, the lives of
Yeah.
other people.
It's true though.
You know, no insurance, nothing, no roadworthy. That means they never check the car. Nobody knows who he's talking to. But yeah, I'm saying this just to, just to let
Just for the
people
record,
know
if you
that
want to know who's talking,
it's not cool to
check
do
his
that.
socials. You find him.
I'm just saying it's not cool to do that. You're not supposed to do that. If you're doing that and you think it's cool, stop it. It's not. Right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. That's all I'm saying.
It actually isn't.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a very dangerous thing to do.
Yeah,
It's a very dangerous thing too, because you never know what's going to happen in the next 5 to probably 10 minutes. You don't know what's going to happen. So
anything can happen, and when it happens, that's when in Ghanaian terms, in the high school, is it why a day?
where you go back?
Yeah,
Minimanka.
yeah, but then you would have already caused the harm, and not just to yourself, but to others as well.
Yeah.
And some
Better to be safe than sorry.
exactly, and some people were just going home to meet their loved ones, and then you,
Fucked everything up. Change the story.
which is not right, and that is why we all, as a people, we should embark on this. I stand with Bernard and his team with this indiscipline thing, trying to.
You know the funny thing about CTFM? The funny thing about CTFM is every time I tune into CTFM,
Mm.
I get more depressed.
Yo, man,
I will
look,
not lie to you. I mean,
look. This Friday,
yeah,
when is today? Today is
today's
18th,
Saturday,
right?
Yeah,
Okay, so we are recording this on the 18th. So Friday was 17th, right?
yeah.
This Friday, when I left home, it was on City. I changed it. Why? Because I felt, "Child, these guys are going to get me depressed before I get
You
to
know, you know, like honestly, like
I changed it to
CTFM,
YFM.
they've got really good topics that they're talking about,
Mm.
issues, current issues, like things that bother every single Ghanaian in here. But the thing is, bro, imagine like on a Friday, you know that Charlie, after work you're going somewhere, I'm just going to chill. And then all of a sudden you hear, oh, indiscipline,
We
drivers driving all.
We know it's bad.
You
It's
don't
bad,
need
but
that on a
Charlie,
Friday.
Man,
You're trying to get to work,
man.
and then after work, just chill with your boys or girls, whoever you're chilling with.
Even to my cafe, you'll be looking out for some person, you will be driving carelessly, like, yeah.
Nah, well, you can't do that. You can't do that.
But
It's calm. I mean,
it's a
honestly,
good thing they are doing, but sometimes it gets to me. I mean, it's like whenever you turn on the radio, they have nothing good to say about Ghana,
No.
but only bad stuff.
It's only terrible.
And I know they were saying something about the fact that when people start getting tired of it, that is when you're actually making an impact.
Yeah.
Which is true. I get it. But sometimes it's depressing.
It is.
Sometimes
actually.
you just want to get motivated for the
It is
day
actually.
and be productive.
Yeah.
And then you get in a car and Charlie, so slander. Charlie,
From top to bottom.
Charlie,
Back.
Charlie, now I can't even run red light.
You speed safe now. You press the brake. Think about your life.
That's all they talk. They talk about how Ghana is not working, it's not functioning, and then I'm like, yo, yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, I mean this talk. Yes, I mean, you're trying to put someone in its place. Trying to tell the truck drivers that what you're doing is not good. Trying to put everyone in their place, but at the same time, you're just depressing everybody on a lovely morning.
It's depressing. It
Everybody's
is.
listening to you. I mean, you get to work, the first thing you talk about is, oh, you hear what they talk for CTFM.
Yo,
Charlie, these people, they don't try. Me if I see something like 5 minutes ago. Like, nah. I mean, you're trying though. You're putting it out there that this is what's happening, but at the end of the day, maybe just don't talk about it on a Friday.
But like you're saying, if they keep talking about these issues and they are actually hitting on something, that means
yeah,
Ghana is not getting anywhere.
yeah,
If they are still talking about it and it can't be seen,
and nothing is happening.
then they won't talk about it any longer.
Yeah.
But if they talk about it and people still feel it, they understand it, they appreciate the problems they are deliberating about, then there's an issue. Still an issue. And Charlie, as a country, if it's still an issue, then you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
For instance, the Doom song by Sarkodie. Doom. So I share my more lights, and then you bring your light. You know that song, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
Bernard saying that if they play this song 4 years from now, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, and people can still resonate with what he's saying, then Ghana hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
We should play that song 20 years from now, and people will go like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
That means it's been solved. It's no longer an issue. It's no longer an issue.
I mean, honestly, like what they're doing on CTFM is really good. I mean, I have to commend them. But what's happening in the States right now is, with this whole shooting and things that went on, or that is still going on. We don't know what. But anyway,
They
with the whole,
downplay it.
well, not just downplay it, but then the youth of that country, the kids who actually experience these things, they are the ones who are actually going out in the streets and making protests, not going to school, making sure the government changes things before they go back. I mean, these are guys who are actually, like making things move. Yeah, we understand that Bernard Dems, they are on the CTFM talking about these things. But the question is, after the show, what do they do?
But the youth you're talking about, Ghanaian youth, Charlie, do we really care?
Yeah, I don't really.
You see, and
Not
that
really.
that brings me to something I always think about, and sometimes I talk about.
But the question is, what's the definition of youth? When you say youth,
Youth is
Bernard could still be youth,
Bernard is still youth, but he has a platform and he's doing what he can
Yeah.
with his team. But Bernard cannot do everything.
But the
If we
question
all
is-
rally
The thing
behind
is,
the
if
agenda, then we
Bernard
can
has
get
been doing
things changed.
this for what so number of years?
Yeah, Bernard and his team, they are just. I mean, it's a
Yeah, but
powerful platform. I'm
Yeah, I
not
understand
taking
you.
anything
But if
away
you are
from
there
them.
and you're talking for a whole year and nothing is happening, you might as well just go on the street and talk to individuals, get the youth involved,
I mean, you're
and
right.
move things.
You've got a point.
Because if you are just there talking every morning, you come and the way you feel depressed every morning you listen to Bernard and whatnot. You can imagine how Bernard feels. Waking up knowing that he has to talk about this every morning. He is probably the most depressed person in Ghana. But
I can see that. I can see that. But that brings me to this individualism. We as a people, Charlie, we don't really care about the
No, I
next
mean-
guy.
no, not really, no.
Exactly. You see, once I've got a good, I can care less
Yeah,
about the
good.
next guy,
Yeah.
next to me. We don't care about that, and that is why,
That's why we're not moving
as
anywhere.
the youth you mentioned, we are not getting out on the streets and talking about some of these issues because
you're complacent.
I drive, I can switch on my air condition. You can too.
Mm-hmm.
So you think everything is
Yeah, come on.
okay? I get to my
Yeah.
point. So
You don't care about next man on
then
the road.
you don't really
Nah.
care. Yeah, but what we fail to see is, Charlie, in the long run, all these things will come and bite us.
Yeah, true. Eventually.
Eventually,
Yeah.
it will. Eventually, it will. Now, Otabil.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't Otabil. I think it was the Action Chapel nigga. What's his name?
No, you're double.
Nah, Action Chapel, the nigga.
I don't know, I'm safe.
Archbishop Duncan Williams. That guy.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the most respected dudes in the
Yeah.
country.
Presumably.
I watched this interview where, presumably, I mean, he is.
It's up for debate.
Well, anyway, let's not get into that.
I don't know him. You don't know me. Hey.
But there was this interview which was widely shared on social media where he was
Yeah.
talking about the fact that there need to be a national agenda because the way the country is going, there's going to be an uprising from the east and stuff like that. And this is what I actually thought about what he was saying. You see, he's rich. That dude is rich. He's mad rich.
He's comfortable.
No, rich. That dude is mad rich.
So it's more than
like
comfortable.
wealthy. Rich doesn't do justice. He's
Yeah.
wealthy. Now, he was talking about the fact that the East Uprising may affect Ghanaians or Africa.
When he says he's, what do you mean Koforidua? What?
No,
we can't eat that.
I'm talking about the Arabs. You know.
Oh,
these
okay,
terrorists and
okay.
stuff like that. It may affect Ghana
Yeah.
or Africa and stuff like it. It started affecting parts of Africa. Yeah, Al Shabaab,
Yeah.
Nigeria's own, what's the name?
Boko
Boko Haram and stuff like that. We may
Haram,
have
yeah.
something like that over here. So the government needs to do something
Yeah.
as soon as possible to,
to alleviate those things.
yeah,
Make sure that doesn't even happen in the first place.
exactly. Now, when he said that, all I heard from what he was saying was he was that rich dude who saw that he's too rich and the government is not doing anything to bridge the gap. So eventually the poor will eat the rich. That is what I heard
That's-
from everything that he was saying.
That's his problem.
Yeah, but
Because he's looking out for himself.
but it's going to be our problem as
It
well.
is.
Now,
Because you're not
he-
as rich as he is.
He made
They'll catch us first before they get to him.
yo man, where we live into we stand the same, problem.
Yeah.
But he made mention of the fact that you go into a community and you see like rich people here, and then just across the street there's a kiosk estate. Now that's Trazako. And he lives in Trazako.
Yeah.
So he's just talking about his reality. Like he sees the inevitable is coming. And he's trying to put word out there for people to fix his problem for him.
Yeah.
So all I heard was this dude is still thinking about himself
Sure.
and nobody else. I stand to be corrected. I mean, what he's saying is true. If we actually do it, it will help me, it will help you, it will help
Yeah.
everybody else. But it's only because he sees it now. Like, it's inevitable. It's staring him in the face. It's like somebody has pointed a gun to him. And that's the only reason why he's actually talking about. If he was living somewhere in space or somewhere he can't actually see the threat, I'm not sure this dude will talk about this.
You know the funny thing is every person who interviews like a billionaire or a millionaire, the question they ask is, how do you sleep at night?
Like a baby.
I mean, you could say
Yeah.
like a baby,
Yeah.
but because you're a millionaire, because you're a billionaire, you're probably making money every second.
Yeah.
The question is
even
one.
while you sleep.
The question is one: are you scared someone is going to like just jump you and kill you at night or something? Because like every second that takes, you're making money,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
making money means you need to secure that bag. You get me? So all these people, all these people know that at a twinkle of an eye, they could lose everything. And when I say everything, obviously when you die, you don't have anything to go with.
Yeah.
You get me? So they're looking at that's why they have barbed wires, high walls, security cameras, name it.
Security
They have
guards,
it.
guns, they've got
They have
everything.
it.
They've got everything. I mean, you're right. And
What is a poor man going to lose? Apart from, if it's not raining, he doesn't give a fuck. As long as he's fine, he's fine. But these rich people have so much to lose. That's why he's looking out for his own ass.
True, right?
Charlie-
True. And how do we move this thing?
Ghana
do
we
change
did.
it?
Ghana we did.
Accra we did.
Accra we did.
Everything be hot.
Everything hot. Everything they come for the East Koforidua. Charlie, honestly speaking, Charlie, these guys are looking out for their own ass. I mean, they have so much to lose.
That's often the case. I mean, we've had democracy for the past, I don't know how many years, but 20 plus, I think 16 years, thereabout. That's a whole lot of years, man.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And we haven't seen any drastic change, so
I mean, the change came with JJ Rollins. I'm not gonna lie. JJ Rollins be the guy.
See, that guy be guy. That guy be guy. But my only problem with him is what I'm going to say. There will be a lot of controversy about it.
I mean,
but
I didn't see JJ Rollins in his prime. I heard about him after I was born.
I did. I did. I saw him, but you see, for somebody to have uninterrupted, you know,
Power.
power for that longer time,
Yeah.
he should have been able to do a lot of stuff.
But
Cause
he did.
nah, man.
Well,
I
according
mean,
to history, he did.
comparatively, that's what we are looking at.
Yeah.
You know, cause Rwanda had the same number of years. We've seen what Kagame has been able to
But
do.
yo, I mean, they've been through shit.
We've also been
so
through
much.
shit, nigga.
We have, but compared to Rwanda, no, we haven't.
I get it, but do you want to go through that?
I mean, obviously we don't. Listen, Ghana is
So we
Ghana is the most peaceful African country on the face of this earth.
That is why we need to take advantage of that shit.
Yeah,
And-
we have to. Yeah,
But so then you do agree with what I'm saying?
but at the same time, Ghana is the most religious country on the face of this earth, in my opinion. Because even when it comes to elections, people will be like, "Oh, Monjano, God knows best. You know, God's going to put whoever it is that's is going to put."
I
get
don't
me?
believe in that though.
But you don't believe it, but then that's what they say. That's why you have churches springing up every 50 meters.
That's their problem.
On the road.
I don't believe in that. I seriously don't believe in that. But what I was trying to say about JJ Wallace was that he got uninterrupted, power for 20 years. 20.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's plus years, but 20 years for sure.
But he did something. He
did-
changed the country.
He did what he was able to do. I mean, the guy was lacking in terms of education and stuff like that.
JJ,
Of course.
education.
Of course.
I see I'm high guy. I see I'm a serious guy. I
No.
think I say get myself.
The fact that you be guy, don't mean say, the guy didn't have the brain power to do what he was supposed to do, and that is not to take anything away from him. But it's very difficult for you to have uninterrupted power in Africa to do something. You
Yeah.
had 20 years to do something. He did what he did. I mean, talk about UDS, F cube. He had policies. He did what he did.
He did what he did.
But I'm saying he should have done more.
But he did a
It's
lot.
water under the bridge now. We are just
Oh, it
talking
is,
about it. But seriously, I think, and I always say this, and that's why I say what I'm going to say is going to bring about controversy and all of that. But I think I'll say this before I explain. I think Rawlings is the best president we've had in the course of say 40 years.
Well, I agree with you, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Now I'm gonna explain. The reason why I'm saying that is that nigga knew how to get shit done. Okay, he was strong. He was firm. He ruled with a big dick. Like hands down, I'm gonna be raw about this shit.
He ruled the biggest dick.
Yeah, with the biggest dick. Like, yo, I know you have a big dick, but my dick is bigger.
Big and thick.
When I say shit, you do shit. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
that's it,
Now,
man.
somebody with that kind of mentality, he was able to get things done, even though he didn't have, the education
Yeah.
to back that. But he was able to do that. But imagine. So I always say, imagine Rollins with Kufuor's administration. Somebody who knew how to get shit done
Yeah.
with that brain power of Kufuor's administration. Imagine. You feel me?
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Rollins, charismatic, I don't give a fuck, I want shit done mentality with Kufuor's administration. That was like power bank.
Yeah.
Like they had the brains, they knew how to get shit done. Safumafu going to Hepic, that was very strategic shit. Like, you feel me? Like
Yeah.
that was some, it
Next
took
level.
some people to see the loopholes and say, look, let's do these things and they're going to put
Yeah.
us on the map somehow. So Rollins with his qualities when
Let
the
me
Kufuor
let me ask
administration.
you this. Let me ask you this. With this whole Rollins in the Kufuor era,
Yeah.
imagine Kufuor in the Rollins era. Do you think Kufuor would have been able to do what Rollins did?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly. That's what. Do you know what? Like, I cannot complain. It happened the way it happened because it had to happen. Do you get me?
Because everything is.
And Rollins is not in power now because obviously he has retired. He's done with this whole scene. But obviously he's in the background. He's doing what he has to do. He's doing what he can do. But
He can't do much now.
obviously
anyways.
he can't do much now. But Rollins did what he had to do when he had to do it. And that's why we are where we are now.
Well, we shouldn't be here though.
I mean, we could progress.
I mean, we can't say we can't blame the dude.
No, we can't blame him. But the thing is,
We need
he
to blame
paved-
him.
he paved the way for us to be where we are now.
Nigga didn't pay shit.
I feel like he did. I feel like he did. Listen,
Like you said, you
See,
are not
Rollins,
around during
he
his
did.
prime. You're not around during his
he be
prime.
JJ Rollins. I be JJ Brocke. I understand where he. I don't understand where he came from.
Okay. But listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you see, I had an uncle once say that I'm rich.
Mhm.
That's my uncle talking now. He says I'm rich. Duncan Williams is rich, but I expect more of him than me because he has put himself in that position to be a pastor and to be a role model. Me, I'm not. I'm just running my company and I'm rich. you get
I mean, more small corner.
you get me? I'm
Put
rich.
my face out
I'm
there
running
for
my
everyone to
company.
see
I'm
me.
rich. He is rich,
Yeah.
but he decided to put himself in that position.
Yeah.
That's the same thing we are talking about. You decided to put yourself in that position. When you put yourself in that position, certain things are expected. You did not meet it.
To whom much is given.
Uninterrupted power for 20 years. You're supposed to do shit. You didn't do that shit. So, F whatever he was able to achieve.
It's
You
funny
didn't do
because
that shit. That's as simple as that.
It's funny. It's funny because we are probably going to have to. We are probably going to be in a very heated debate based on what he did and what he did not do. I feel like Rollins did what he had to do. I feel like Rollins is the G.
Yo, man, look.
Rollins is the G. Like the fact that he was beating people on the road just to make sure.
No,
they-
I like
they
that
did-
shit though.
Yeah,
Not
We-
the killings,
we need
but
it
the
now.
beatings, yes,
We need it now.
I did.
imagine these truck drivers, Charlie.
Charlie,
Somebody.
I tell you,
lash
I tell
them
you,
for the road
I'll
dog.
tell you a story. My dad,
Mhm.
my own dad, used to have a cane in his boot. When I say a cane, I'm not doing justice. Canes in his boot
for whoever it is.
for truck drivers. You know, and you know, my dad was a police officer. He's retired now.
No, I didn't know that. No,
You know that
no.
he was, and
Like
he,
you have for OP like book because I don't know you.
yeah, you know me with time. You know me.
Yeah.
But he was a police officer and he had canes in his boot.
Wow.
I remember,
I feel like those canes have touched you before.
you know what I'm
I
saying.
feel like those canes, you go through those canes before.
Not those canes, but the ones at home.
Sunday for the boot, Sunday for the house.
You know what I'm saying.
The house on me on.
Yeah, man. But for the same reason, truck drivers are acting a fool on the road.
No, 100%. Yeah.
You cross you, take the cane out and beat your ass.
Jokes.
I'm not playing. I'm not joking. True story.
Your puppy go take the car, put park inside.
Yeah.
Near the handbrake,
Yeah, man.
quench the engine.
Yeah.
Belly door,
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
Belly boots.
Yeah.
J.K.
Yeah, man.
the last
He will
driver.
beat you. But all this story I had to tell you was during Rollins' time.
Your puppy big guy.
You don't know what they call him. They call him OG. Original gangster. You know
The
what I'm
hardest
saying? I
OG.
did tell you. You're original gangster. I did tell you.
Hey, you better ask killer.
True facts. I did tell you. Tema.
Do you know what? The funny thing is, growing up, then I hear say, then Rollins say, make people go around, go lash people because they weren't doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
I feel like they're puppy day inside.
No.
They eat a lash of people.
And through that nigga made his name. Like everybody knew him. I'm not gonna mention his name on this platform, but they knew him, something police. You know, like you mentioned his surname and police. If you
Wow.
mentioned that, they knew him.
Wow.
That was it. Like, this nigga, that, like, he gives less a fuck. You don't mess with this
Well,
dude.
then,
He's a
this-
straight nigga.
Like low key, this thing needs to come back because
No, it can't. It can't. Not at this age.
No, because,
Human rights and all that. Charlie, now it can't. Even me, two people are making noise. You don't go beat somebody. You can't do that. But that's why we're saying.
you know,
at the
CNN
time-
come here.
That's what we're saying. At the time Rollins took power,
Yeah.
a whole lot of shit could have been done,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
but it wasn't done. That's why we're saying. That's why a whole lot of people saying that Rollins failed Ghanaians. Because at the time he could have got. I mean, if a police officer can just keep canes in his boot and beat truck drivers for acting a fool, what can't you do
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
get things right? What?
Oh, true talk. True talk. Don't
You
they
will-
there? Yeah.
I remember I'll be in the back seat and this dude would just cross a truck driver because he was acting a fool on the road.
Lash out.
The boots, Charlie, and lash the dude, man.
It's
True
funny.
story.
It's funny because I'm sure when your dad opens up, you're like, oh shit, niggas going to get it. You don't know what I go through. VSC for us. They can't get some today.
True story, true story. And it was happening.
Yeah.
So that is why some of us, I feel he's the best president we've ever had, but
Yeah.
at the same time I feel he failed us. He could have done a lot more. He could have done a lot
But he
more.
did what he had to do, man.
I mean, when you look at the religious aspect and what should have happened, yeah, you can say that. But rationally,
You could have put in like 101% to make shit.
that's what I'm saying.
You
and
feel
that-
like,
and that's
you feel
the-
like you put in like a 99% for something you could have.
He
You know, you
put in
had more room.
101% for something he believed in,
Yeah.
but he didn't see the other.
It'd be like you go school where they rep your reports. there's more room for improvement.
Exactly. He could have done more.
He could
He
have
could have done
way
more.
better
Whatever
than that.
he saw with his limited knowledge, he
Yeah.
did. The other stuff, he couldn't,
Yeah.
because he didn't know.
Rollins try. Rollins try.
Try. If you put yourself in that position, you're supposed to be judged by the court of public opinion, and that's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can judge him because he put himself in that position. If he didn't, we can judge him,
You
but
can
he
just
did.
let it go, yeah.
So I've got an opinion that I have to state it. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
But the question is, the people who came after him, did it do as much as he did?
Those people had 8 years. 8 years. You had 20 years, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it's calm. But then, if you're given even a year, you should be able to.
Bruh,
Bruh, listen.
it doesn't work like that. Look,
No, it's calm.
I did
like,
I did a podcast. I did a podcast with this doctor at law. Like, he's a lawyer. Is he a lawyer? I don't know, but I know he's a professor at law at
somewhere like that.
not Northampton University or something. I don't know,
okay.
but
Northampton.
no, it's a university, right? Northampton. Yeah. So in the UK, Dr. Ebenezer Laye. So we did this podcast and we're talking about Ekufuado taking office and all of that, and he was saying that Ekufuado was going to be overwhelmed with, with the government, whatever
Yeah.
is there when he actually takes office. He thinks he knows, but he doesn't. Till he actually takes office, and then he's going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Now, he made reference to Obama actually taking office. He was overwhelmed. And he said the same for Ekufuado. Now, even with this transparency and media freedom and everything, if Ekufuado was going to be overwhelmed, imagine Kufuor when he took
Yeah.
over. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
That is what we are talking about. Because during Rawlinson's time, there was something called the criminal libel law. You couldn't just go on radio and talk shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Rollins did that shit.
You,
Yeah.
you get what I mean?
He put that in place for future events.
Exactly. So a lot of things were hidden.
Yeah. True.
So you coming into power, Kufuor at the time, you didn't know anything, or even if you knew, you didn't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, with all the press freedom, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You're going to be overwhelmed. So in the first year, you can't really do shit. Nothing. You can't do anything.
I mean, you have to get your shit together. That's the first thing you need to do.
So it is what it is. Like, look, Africa. We
I
are
mean, for Ikufado, this is someone who has been trying to get into power for too long.
I know.
Too long. He probably got overwhelmed with like trying to get in than actually being in there. So obviously when he got in, he was like, oh okay. You've been trying to get in for so long. Now that you are in, what are we doing? Do you get me? So obviously he was overwhelmed with the power that he came with, with the actual success that he actually got there. And then, yeah, now he's just trying to make everything work. But the funny thing about Kufuor is, he should have known that before he got in, things were running the way it was running. Corruption, bribery, everything was calm and it was normal. But then he coming in with a different perspective, thinking that Ghanaians are going to change. Lie. He came in thinking he could change things, thinking he could make things better. But the way things have been running for the past 20 years is the way things have always been running.
And I agree with that totally. I do. I think, for instance, the banking issue, how they handled it, I think they could have handled it better. So I don't agree with how they did it.
Yeah.
But like you said, Charlie, nigga got to do what nigga got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta run with it, cuz.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what he thought was right, and he did it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to put in all these apps and trying to regulate.
It's good for the try.
He's trying to do all that, but I mean, it's gonna take some time. You can't change things overnight.
Yeah, because the
not
thing is,
not within 4 years. It won't work. People. I always say this in Ghana. People don't live their salaries. Yeah, we all live above our salaries. So if you
try
want,
and press,
if you
Lazy.
really want to deal with this thing called corruption, I know a lot of people talk about politicians and MPs, and they are the ones doing the corruption and stuff like that. We all doing it. The average Ghanaian earns about, I'm trying to be on the upside here, 4,000 Ghana cedis a year. Right now, 4,000.
4,000 a year.
No, sorry, 4,000 a month. Sorry, bro. 4,000 a month. Yeah,
Average.
yeah, the average Ghanaian, and that's being on the upside, nigga.
4,000 a month.
Yeah,
Some days I do.
some days inside. Oh, so I even give them some, eh?
You give them some because I will not lie to you. I was making, how much did I make safe? Like 7 times 6 be what? 50. 7,650 something.
Yeah.
Bro, I was making like over 5,000 a month
Well, in the UK,
in the UK.
£5,000.
No, like if you convert them to CDs.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
just working a part-time job. And
Yeah.
this is
But
regardless of
your
overtime.
friends, how much are they making
My friends for where?
on the average in Ghana?
Oh, way less than that.
Like what, 3,000, 2,000,
Like 3, like just between 2 and 3.
2 and 3? Yeah, that's why I said I'm just trying to be on the upside, 4,000.
Fuck.
But typically, I know it's around 2,500. 2,253
I understand you.
within that. So I'm just trying to be on
because
the
the
upside.
concept I see like job listings and everything. I see like
Exactly. Good. So
1,200.
if somebody is doing 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, that's by 12.48, right? So that's 48,000.
48K.
How much does a car cost?
Depends on where you're buying. It depends on where I'm buying it from.
You drive a Sonata, so how much does a Sonata cost?
Sonata was about It's about 32K. But that's
32 what?
32K
Dollar or city?
cities.
Boy, you, like you said, you've been out for a long time.
But this is me. You know me about.
You've been out for a long time, bro.
I just sit inside when I drive out.
Yeah. But
For
Charlie,
bar like I could not.
cars are not going for that rate. But they're not going for that rate.
It's funny because I wanted to sell the same car to a friend of mine for 25K.
Are
And he
you
was
serious?
like, I'll buy it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll buy it tomorrow.
And I was like, oh shit. I probably undersold myself.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
So all these
Oh,
cars are
yeah.
costing 40,000 and above. Yeah,
40K.
40,000 and above. All these cars are costing
What the
40,000 and
fuck?
above. So that cost 50 and above. Yeah.
What was I saying?
Yeah. So now, if somebody in a month, in a year, is 48, right?
Yeah.
That's 4 times 12, 48, and 48 means no deductions, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about net, and he's not
Yeah.
spending any of the money.
Which is unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
Yeah.
Oh, we see dudes driving what Optima, Benz,
Benz Range Rover
Range
Velar.
Rovers.
Velar which comes like just last year, late last year.
You know what I'm saying?
Ghanaians are
And
Wow.
I'm not talking about the upscale niggas like the 1%. I'm talking about middle class, the
Yeah.
so-called middle class dudes,
Yeah.
and the kind of cars that they drive. I know some companies give car loans and stuff like that, but I mean, let's be realistic. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So if you're trying to actually deal with corruption, I'm saying the salaries of the average Ghanaian and the cars they drive, it doesn't match, bro.
It doesn't correlate.
It doesn't match.
Corruption high.
Everybody corrupt, man.
Corruption high.
Everybody corrupt. Everybody corrupt.
Black demand and supply. Corruption just takes some next level.
Yeah, but that's the honest truth. I mean, a lot of people will try and shy away from it and say, "Oh, nah," but
And I mean,
when you God do
oh
it.
boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
I mean, saying the MP make you take money, put your hand inside. Oh boy.
and that's how it is. And they will say, "Oh, the Ghanaian is hardworking. The Ghanaian is an entrepreneur.
It depends on where you're working.
The Ghanaian is a hustler. The Ghanaian, yeah, I know we all do, other stuff like what we're doing now. It's a hustle,
It's a hustle, man.
Yeah, I know we do all that, but Charlie, on a more serious note, shit is going down.
Yeah, obviously.
Shit is going. People are doing stuff.
That's
People-
what. That's why you need Rollins back, man.
That's what you need to do. If you don't do that, Charlie, you're quite out.
Yeah.
You're quite out. And there's a norm. Like it's normal. You have to do it. You have to do it. You've got to drive a certain kind of car for people to take you serious.
Yeah.
Your wife needs to drive a certain kind of car for her peers to take her serious.
Yeah.
And even think of you as somebody worthy for your wife to be married to. You feel me?
Charlie. Amazing.
All these pressures pushes you into doing something.
So you're not actually ready for it.
Yeah, being patriotic, you shouldn't, but you do it.
Fuck patriotism, man. Who the fuck is patriotic on his face on his head? Not Ghanaians.
But we need to,
Well, we need to, but how many people do you see on the streets picking up rubbish? Nobody's going to do that. Patriotism.
When it comes sanitation,
That's
being,
that's like the most basic patriotism you can be involved with. Picking up rubbish.
I do that.
Yeah, you're different.
I do that. My car is dirty because I put everything in my car, and then when I get home,
because you don't want to litter.
yeah, I don't want to litter. But you see, sanitation. Let's talk about sanitation a different, a different podcast. But I think when it comes to being patriotic, the flag, our national anthem. Can you sing the national anthem?
Oh yeah, of course.
You sure?
Of course.
You sure?
Of course.
You want all these people say you don't know?
But that would not be a reason why we did do this podcast.
I'm saying this to
We
say.
did digress too much.
I'm saying this. In every American speech that I listen to,
Yeah.
they always go like, "God bless America, God bless America, God bless America." You see, unconsciously, what they are doing to the unconscious part of people's minds is, like this is the greatest, and they say it is the greatest nation on earth. Even if they are not, they are saying it, so it registers in people's subconscious. You, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So even kids coming up in schools, the flag, the national anthem, the president going on air, saying "God bless America," this is the greatest nation on earth. It registers. They grow up believing in the country, in what it stands for, even if they don't stand for shit. You get what I mean?
I believe they believe in.
So they are willing to
leader.
die. They are willing to
Yeah.
do everything there is
For
to
the
do
country.
for the country. In Ghana, do you own a Ghana flag?
I don't see some. No.
When was the last time you saw a Ghana flag?
On my jacket. What was in the UK?
We're in Ghana. You see so many establishments, schools and stuff like that. You see all these foreign flags. And sometimes you don't even see Ghana.
No. See, the thing is it's quite weird because when you're in Ghana, you don't rep Ghana.
But when we out, we
when
rep
you
Ghana,
out-
right?
Bro, I had this Ghana flag on my jacket,
Mm.
and I used to wear that everywhere, just to let every other person know that I'm from Ghana. And there's a place called Ghana, and it's the best country in Africa.
Mm.
But when I got to Ghana, I was like, I really don't need to let Ghanaians know that I'm from Africa. I'm
Yeah,
from
but-
Ghana.
But
You
that's
get
the
me?
thing. You see, that's the constant reminder that you have to do right by Ghana.
I understand you, though. I understand you.
Yeah. And immediately we stop doing that, then we don't really care about Ghana anymore. Because truthfully, that's the thing. That is what we actually need to do. If we don't do these things, Charlie, we if we don't consistently tell our kids Ghana is the greatest nation on earth, believe in Ghana, buy made in Ghana products, sing the national anthem, recite the national pledge, you know, frequently, consistently, over and over again, they grow up becoming us. Because we have
Investing
checked out.
everything.
We have checked out.
Yeah.
And it's true, we have.
Oh,
We've
we
checked
have,
out.
no, we have.
But if we want to grow a new crop of Ghanaian citizens, then we need to tell our kids,
You
we need to
step-
tell
step up,
younger
man.
people that, look, Ghana is a place to be. And you don't tell them Ghana is a place to be. You tell them, you let them recite the pledge, you let them sing the national anthem, tell them Ghana is the best place to be. Ghana is the greatest nation on earth. You know, you keep repeating
Hammer
that.
into their head,
You
yeah.
hammer that into their heads.
Well, I think you can also hammer it by letting them know their history. AKA, let them know what Rollins did. You get me?
Nah. Rollins did what he did.
Let them know how Rollins like revolutionized the whole country. I mean,
what he
obviously
did,
Nkrumah did what he had to do, but Rollins vamped that thing up. You get me?
He did what he did, but Charlie, I have my own reservations. Is it lucky number 11?
I like Rollins, man.
He did what he did, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he did something. At least I acknowledge him as one of the best we ever had.
No, he's the grandpapa of Ghana, man.
I acknowledge him as the best we ever had. One of the best we ever had. So, I mean, we're on the same page when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But I feel he could have done more, a whole lot more. But as Ghanaians doing, more and being patriotic, I think we need to hammer into the younger generation. Ghana is the best place to be. Ghana is the greatest nation on
Ghana
earth.
they be.
Ghana
Ghana just to be, man.
Ghana be the ish, you know what I'm saying?
Charlie. No, place D like Ghana, man.
And Ghana go be ish if you actually put the work into it.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These MFs, these motherfuckers, these motherfuckers doing hydro, I don't know what it is. This is doing hydro,
Oh, that's
whatever. It's on loan for bauxite from the Chinese, and the Chinese are going to bring their people to build these roads.
These Chinese, it's a different topic.
So look at this, yeah. They give you a loan, and they bring their people to come
Yeah.
and build, and then you pay them. They don't even give you the money,
Do you know, I was actually.
and then they pay their people and take the money back. The only thing is the local content is going to be supply of cement and a few other things, but then
Funny
take
thing
most
is,
of
I
the
was
money
actually
out.
watching. I was watching a documentary on this, on the reason why these Chinese go into Africa and other countries to.
Is it a trap?
Well, I mean,
Chinese trap.
eventually it's a trap.
Yeah.
Eventually it's a trap because they go in, they offer you loans.
You
and
can't
everything.
pay.
You can't. You know from the onset that you can't pay for these things. But what they do is they offer you loans to build bridges, to build ports, especially ports, to build all these facilities. When you can't pay, they take the facility away from you, and then they use it as a point of contact for other Chinese people coming in to do business in other African countries. So if you look at these, there's a whole route that's been mapped out for these Chinese people for things they have taken away from African countries. They have mapped it out. So like when they come in, they know exactly where they are going,
Exactly.
and they know exactly where they are safe,
Exactly.
and they know that the government cannot do anything about it.
Cause you broke, man. You broke.
Why you broke? You pay for the thing, you can't pay back. Now they're taking it from you, regardless of how important it is.
That's what.
They take it back.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. And it's sad. It's sad.
It's sad, but they're wise, and we just don't understand the game they're playing. That's all. That's all.
Are you sure we don't understand?
Well, maybe we do, but we don't.
No, we do. We do.
Yeah.
We do. So are you telling me our leaders don't?
I mean, they obviously have like
They
a
have the
panel.
intel and everything.
They have a panel of like
They
people
do,
who advise
but they
them.
just
sh-
don't give a.
They probably do, but yeah, they don't give enough. Don't
Yeah,
really.
okay.
And because at the end of the day, it's the money. The money goes into their pocket, and then the Ghanaians suffer for it.
Exactly my point. That's what they're doing.
But
And that's
it's a-
what when this
It
change.
gets a point. You know, if have you realized that the youth don't go into politics?
Are they or they not?
They do not go into politics.
Okay, then that's a different generation. My
Is it-
generation, they all go into
They're going-
politics.
Well, because my generation, they're not going to politics because they think that like you have, like let's say Bloomberg, right?
Mm,
Bloomberg has nothing to do with politics.
mm.
All they do is set up your place, let your young
Capitalism,
people come.
that's all.
That's it.
That's what
they
they're thinking
do not
about.
care about politics. As long as you're running a business and it's independent of politics and they're making your money,
Yeah,
they're
but
good
Jay,
to go.
you know, this is where the problem lies. Okay,
yeah.
I know capitalism is good, but you're forgetting to realize that whatever decision those guys take up there affects your capitalism.
What eventually, but sometimes not directly.
It's always direct.
Well, but it's not you don't feel it.
It's
Sometimes you don't
always
feel it.
direct.
Yo, I've been to Bloomberg. I buy Sprite for 10 cedis. Sprite, can bottle 10 cedis. But the thing is because women they are like I'm not even looking at women they watch me, so I'll still pay for 10 cedis regardless of the duty that's been put on it or whatever.
Mm,
I'll still pay for it
mm,
because women they watch me, and they are making their money
yeah.
regardless of whatever the government.
Yeah, but for how long? So
Well,
as,
I mean, good question. For how long?
as
But
it
then-
stands now, there's a percentage of people who can buy Sprite for 10 cedis.
Sure.
As time goes on, if they are not making the right decisions, that percentage shrinks, right? It shrinks. So now, if that percentage was about 2 million people, if there's 100 people and it shrinks to what, 80, 70, 60, 50,
Yeah.
your profit margin is decreasing. Now, what they will do typically, a Ghanaian business is, if it decreases to 80, they are going to up it by, say, now it's 12 cities. But
How many people can actually?
are you
buy
getting
for
the point? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, politics is still very important. We
Yeah.
need to hold these niggas accountable.
But you see, the thing is, they have always made politics a dirty business to go into, and in this time of social media, no one wants to put their face out there
Mm.
because the thing is, listen, you've been through Crutch, GSS, SS, everybody know you, and then all of a sudden you want to do like prim and proper. You're trying to change the country. Everybody get a record. Everybody get a record. Be like some girl in the secondary school. You know, say you the niggas that you eat steak past anything. All of a sudden you think Criff. Fuck that. Everybody know a history.
Yeah, man.
She get me?
But people will change though.
No, I mean eventually we'll go change. But the thing is, everybody get a history based on
Everybody
this
get
whole
history, but we
social
change,
media
we
thing.
evolve as you know, as a human being, you evolve.
Down there.
Take hip hop. I listen to hip hop all day.
Yeah.
Hip hop in the 90s encouraged rape culture.
Mm.
Yeah.
Think so?
I still say now. Back then, it was cool.
Yeah.
Now, it's rape culture. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Like, back then, if you watch the movie and Charlie saw a girl lose God, drink, boys, they fuck that too. You go to, yeah, Charlie. But now, it's rape culture. Me
True.
too. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get you what I'm trying to say.
Me
Like,
too.
what people used to say in their raps back in the day, they can't say now.
Yeah.
I get to know. So time changes. Time changes. So you can't relate what was happening back in the day
So what's happening now?
to what is happening now. And that is why we have to keep these guys on their toes and you need to keep these guys
Keep them in check.
accountable in check and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because Charlie, we changing. Things have changed. The world is moving much faster now because of technology. You know, now you can, as a company, if you're serious, you can do your long-term plan as 5 years. You're not serious. Things are changing by the goddamn minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
I mean, with this whole 5 year thing, 5 year plan thing that you're talking about, I think what we need to do in Ghana is we need to have a project that we're working on, regardless of political party affiliation.
That's what they're calling the national agenda.
It's a working.
There should be a national agenda, regardless of political party
Yeah.
which comes in power. You should stick to the goddamn national
But the thing is,
agenda.
everybody wants to put a name on what they're doing.
That is why I don't
Look at Trump.
That is why I don't believe in politics. Or no, I believe in politics. I just don't believe in democracy. I think democracy is a virus put in the African continent just to destabilize us, because every civilized economy or every proper economy in this world was not built on democracy. It was all built on some funny shit like communism or dictatorship or something like that. Look at Kagame. Kagame wasn't able to build this shit on democracy. Everybody got something to say. He had a vision. He was a visionary.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do to get this shit popping. That's it. China, same.
Until the US were like, no, this is not gonna happen anymore.
Fuck that nigga. Look, what do they call him? US. People will talk about US as a democratic country. Okay, let's explore that. If it was a democratic country, why is that popular vote doesn't win the presidency?
Sure.
Why? Why?
Food for thought.
You see, Africans, we're funny. We're funny. We just follow the bandwagon. We think, Charlie, democracy. The white man says, oh, Charlie, these guys are doing well.
Hey, the white man.
And then we are happy. But it doesn't work here, man. It hasn't. Even US, they are not practicing democracy. And you want to practice democracy. You see, people say, in Cree democracy, they say, they call it Kebi Mamin Kebi Amemo. Meaning everybody is saying what they have to say, and then we
Yeah.
choose the best, and then we move forward, right?
Yeah.
But then there's always a question: what if everything everybody is saying is stupid? Have you thought about that before?
Do we have a problem?
If everything everybody is saying is stupid, then where are we going?
Stupid contributions.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
But then, if everybody says something stupid, who is there to say that this is not stupid?
Exactly. That's why we don't need that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? We need
Because everybody thinks it's fine.
you don't call it. We don't need a dictator. We need a visionary. We need
Yeah.
somebody with a vision and
That's what you had to call
is
it,
willing
Papa.
to do whatever it takes to get us to that promised land. That's what we need.
I feel like
Rwanda had Kagame. We
Yeah.
need somebody, bro.
What's the guy? The guy in Ethiopia right now. Ahmed.
There's some anime nigga, huh?
Ahmed.
The guy, eh?
The Ethiopian guy. Hard. The Ethiopian president.
Yeah. And he's a
Hardest
visionary,
guy.
right?
Hardest guy.
That's what I'm saying. You need to move with a
Hottest
big
guy.
dick, man.
Hardest guy. Abiy Ahmed.
When I was with the other place I was working with,
Yeah.
I remember hosting the Gamanche. Yeah.
Gamanche.
I mean that's what he told me.
Whole Gamanche.
Yeah, but one of the Gamanches or maybe the Gamanche.
One of them. Because the guy big.
Guy, you know, guy, you people, you get plenty chicks. You know what I'm saying? But
Everybody they claim.
everybody claim, but I remember
nobody
hosting.
go fit claim the Ashanti.
Nah,
Down
undisputed. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but I remember hosting one of the Gamanches or the Gamanche, and then I'm not mentioning names, so it's quite cool. But he had an issue. Then he called for the manager, so I went, and then he said, so what? Immediately I got there, he mentioned that, he said, "Oh," and I quote, "Oh, so you are the head nigga in charge."
Really?
I kid you not, I swear, man. That's what that old man told me. That's what he said. He looked at my face and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, so you are the head nigga in charge." He used nigga, head nigga in charge. I was dumbfounded. I couldn't say anything because
I'm dumbfounded. I don't even know what to say.
we in Africa. He's an elderly person. You know what to say. So I was quiet, and then he said, "Oh, you don't have anything." I said, I don't know what to say. And he said, "I like the way everything. If I ask them to do something, they say they have to consult you. That means you're doing something right. That means everybody fears you. That means
in
everybody
charge.
respects you. You are in charge.
You're in charge.
So I want something done. So I call the head nigga in charge. This is. So he mentioned, I want to do this, and that. Can I go ahead?"
Because you know how to make that work.
Exactly.
Shit.
And that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. The head nigga in charge. The nigga with the biggest dick.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hard.
Yeah, man.
Biggest, hardest dick. Yeah.
You know, and when he said that, I hadn't really thought about that in that way
That perspective, yeah.
until he said it. And then I began to appreciate what he said. And I realized, yeah, I'm the head nigga in charge. You know what I'm saying?
I'm that dick walking around.
You know what I'm saying? And then I realized that it is important for these things to happen.
Yeah.
People should appreciate that you've got the biggest dick around, or you're the head nigga in charge. None of these stupid shit will be tolerated.
Exactly.
That is the only time they act right. And that brings us to, that's like the segue, yeah? That brings us back to what we're talking from the beginning.
From Kujuhoho.
Law enforcement.
Oh yeah, he talks.
It's always about enforcement.
It's always about the guy with the biggest dick.
It's about enforcement, bro. It's about that.
Yeah.
You can put. Look, Ace Akuma once said, in Ghana, eh, Obama said we didn't have the agencies to take care of stuff, but he said Obama was wrong. We have all the agencies you can think
Oh,
of.
we do that.
It's about enforcement.
It's true, sure.
It's about enforcement. That's all. That's what we are lacking.
It's absolutely true.
We have all the laws. We have all the agencies. We are not enforcing. And somehow we think, oh, we are wishing the Lord will send Angel Gabriel to come and enforce all our rules we've actually put in place. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. Anyways, Charlie, we've done quite a bit. We've done quite a bit, Charlie. So, what are your last words, man?
Well, enforcement, like Derek said, obviously, we need to enforce so many things in this country. Things need to move and things need to work. So, yeah, I'd be like sometime the police stopped me. You know that you don't have any reason to stop me. But I just stopped me just ask for a bribe. How am I going to respect your enforcement
Yeah.
if you're not doing this with like a strong firm hand or authority in there? That's why you need to be like Rollins. Regardless of what you say, we need to be like Rollins. You need to go about with
Alright.
things whipping everybody's ass to make sure everything is in place. We need to enforce the law.
I get it.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, that's what we grew up. That's what we grew up knowing. You go to school, then say, "Hey, what your homework day?" Or say, "Today I don't do 'em." They go lash you. Tomorrow, when they give you homework, you
will
bring
do
it.
'em. Yeah, man.
Because you don't see that's what we are used to. Enforcement with cane, with pain. That's what you're used to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like Derek said, Charlie, if we enforce the law eventually,
Well,
if that's how we understand it, then that's how we have to do it.
that's what I have to say. Our producer is sleeping, but
Wadakra.
what the?
Wadakra.
Me ran a corner over here. There, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my god. But yeah, it's true. It's all about enforcement.
Yeah,
If we don't enforce what we put in place, actually, we a joke.
sure.
It's not gonna happen. And I know we are notoriously religious, but Charlie, this one God no will do up.
We now for do 'em.
Without for do up.
We have for do 'em.
we have to do it. And if we don't do it, Charlie, we're killing our nation.
Yeah,
We're
we
killing
got
our
shit
country.
together, man.
And
We got shit together.
just like they say, the beautiful ones are yet to be born, Charlie. Our kids are yet to be born. What are we building for our future kids? We need to put in the effort to make sure, Charlie, they live in a better world
It's all about the future, man.
as compared to us.
I
So-
think the next thing we need to talk about is climate change.
Climate change.
I mean, if you're talking about the future, the next thing is climate change. Even though
Yeah.
it's going to be a very controversial topic.
Do Africans care about climate change?
That's what I'm saying. It's very controversial because it's like you are talking, but nobody cares.
Oh, Africans don't care, man.
Nobody they care. Yo, if you realize every time it can rain, somebody's burning something. If you realize, you just keep an eye out. Every time it's come to rain, if you see the clouds change, someone is burning something. I think the person is probably burning because he's thinking that, oh, maybe the rain is going to quench the fire or something eventually. But someone is always burning
Always
something.
burning something.
Always.
Charlie. It all boils down to the enforcement thing we're talking about. But hey, believe in yourself, believe in Ghana, and everything is gonna be okay. If we
Yeah,
believe in
very fine.
ourselves that we are capable, and we believe in Ghana that Ghana can actually make it and attain the greatest nation on earth status, we can actually do that shit.
It's highly debatable, but then yeah.
Only if we believe and we are willing to put in that effort. And that's what I believe. That is what I do on a daily basis. I try.
We can do it. Rwanda do. More
So,
African countries do.
that is what we're looking at,
We
and
can
that
do
is
it.
what we're encouraging you guys to do, man.
can do
This
it,
Views
guys.
podcast, Charlie. this week coming back, we have a co-host, J Brocke, man.
J Brocke. Watch out, man. Watch out. We are
Child,
going to do the next school.
I call you J Brocke, but is it JJ? What's the other J for?
I mean, Joseph Jeffrey Brocke.
Hey, child, got people.
Right now, I give my government's name. My name is out there.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, honestly,
JJ Brocke, but I call him J. I'm Derek, as usual. Thanks for listening to us, man. It was unexpected. But
yeah,
we
it
delved
was
deep.
it was random, but it was good.
Yeah,
Random
man.
and very, very intuitive.
Sometimes, being frustrated takes you to the very depth of things. But we hope you enjoyed it.
So good.
Thank you for staying with us,
And also, you
listening.
can check out our YouTube channel. I
Yeah.
mean, our video YouTube channel,
At Views Podcast.
which might be coming out very soon.
Yeah, and then other social media platforms.
Social media
On
platform.
Facebook at Views Podcast,
Yeah.
on Twitter at Views Podcast, on Instagram at Views Podcast.
Hard.
I mean, let's get interactive. Say something, post us a video, and
Yeah.
if you want to get to us and actually be on this platform, because this is for socials shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have something on your chest and you want to get it out and you want to be on this podcast, just email us on viewspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can get you. We can get you on. If Jeffrey says the goal, we can get you on.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And just in case you're wondering, yes, I am single. So you can hit me up on my IG social, which is _AMAA_. So just in case you're wondering, just hit me up, DM me,
Yeah. So
I'm
thank
ready
you for
and available.
listening. Love God, love yours, love all. We out.
We out, cuz.